You're listening to the sound of the 80s with the Old Skool Movements Podcast.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back into the world. Let's go back into the zone of nostalgia because this is the Old Skool Movements Podcast. Lads, great to see you again. How you all doing?
Yeah, man, we're good.
I'm fine like wine.
Leroy, why are you so happy? You're always happy when you're talking to us, man. It's like when you're only friends, and when you get out and you go, yeah, I've got 3 people to talk to. What's going on?
It is. I miss my brothers, man. I do miss my brothers. I ain't gonna lie. We are Old Skool Movements. We've got the naughty, nasty knowledge, aka George Hamilton. We've got the host with the most, better than Des O'Connor, better than Terry Wogan, better than Les Dennis,
Bruce Forsyth,
any of those. We've got DL in the building, and my brother from another mother. It's got to be Staxmus Decimus Meridius, aka Oscar the Grizzouch, in the building,
aka Staxatron.
Staxmus Decimus Meridius in the building.
That sounds like a charity night. Let's have a Staxathon.
A Staxathon. Phone lines.
Yeah.
And Leroy, so who are you? You've been so kind introducing us. Who are you, man? Who are you?
Well, Sheriff asks, who's the master? And I said, I am, because I'm the last dragon.
Okay.
That's me in the building.
I think the listeners know you by now, as they know all of us.
Man, I'm just happy to be here, man. What have we got, DL? Terry Thomas voice. I say there, boy. What do we have in store today?
What we have in store today, we got, in our early episodes back in the years, we found out that when we talk about food and stuff, it becomes very popular, let's say. So we thought, hey, let's take a travel back into our snack zone, and let's go back to the one and only, the most beloved pastime snack, and that's crisps, man.
You could have warned me.
No, there's no warnings on this show.
I'm hungry now. I'm hungry.
You're going to be hungry after this.
You normally got like a curly whirly or a wagon wheel next to you or something. You got a lolly.
Okay, Kojak.
It's like a lollipop. That ain't filling your belly.
The Kojak vibe's not going to suffice. Ladies and gentlemen, Leroy's got a lolly for this podcast. I don't know what he's investigating. I don't know what's going on, but he normally has snacks.
We don't want to know ASMR, whatever that is, noises. You know them. How do people just listen to noises and watch things of people? Like, what the? How can you watch that?
Different generation, mate.
It's a different generation, man. I'm glad we're the generation that we are, and we're going to talk about crisps and
crisps. Yeah. I don't mind the sound of crisps.
Yeah, exactly. The crunch.
Anyway, you and Stax are never prepared. And let me just say, especially for Stax, there's no draws. There's no waiting 10 hours for an answer.
There's no phoning a friend.
There's no phoning a friend. This is straight up quick fire communication.
There's no coming back to that
we want to be Smith's crisp.
So, guys, are you guys ready for this crisp versus?
Yeah.
Because we done crisps going back to episode 2. That weren't a versus. That was just we were chatting about favorite crisps of the 80s.
Episode 2. Wow. See, that's how far we went. And with this, but some of the crisps we're going to talk about weren't all in the 80s. But hey, we're just going to celebrate crisps from the 80s and go about where we're going.
Why did you do this?
Because you should have been prepared, young man. Okay, let's go. Let's go for our first packet of crisps, man. We're gonna go for the corn snacks, not the potato snacks yet. We're gonna go for the corn snacks. Remember how cheap corn snacks were when we were little, like that?
Yeah.
Little pouch of a bag. You get tomato balls and footballs and all these different
5p
weird
bags.
crisps.
Yeah.
But you had a hierarchy, and these two, when it comes to cheesy crisps, they're top of the mountain when it comes to cheesy corn snacks. Ladies and gentlemen, we went around asking people this when we'd done the Funky Dory festival.
Yeah, one was considerably better than the others in the results of that.
Yeah, exactly. One was, but let's see what we think, guys. Look, we're doing this on taste. We're doing this on experience. We're doing this on everything you liked about one of these two crisps.
Suckability.
Is it? What?
Hey, don't start again.
You got to suck a crisp, man. Suckability.
No, you don't.
The naughty, nasty knowledge is in the building.
Suck crisps, Wow. Anyway, well, the first one, Chris was scared to eat
Yeah.
for reasons he's probably going to explain. And that's the cheesy one. And they brought other flavors out, barbecue and so on and so forth. But no, we're staying with the original, the first, the orange, the Wotsits.
Cheesy Wotsits.
Oh gosh, you didn't.
So cheesy Wotsits up against the cheesy Wotsits. We have. Come on, it's the other cheese. It's the curly ones. It's the Quavers. It's the Wotsits versus the Quavers. What tickled your taste buds the most? Which were the crunchiest crisp in your lunchbox? Quavers or Wotsits? Let's go.
I got to say, Wotsits, they weren't a favourite of mine, but they were an 80s kids packed lunchbox special. I saw a lot of kids at school with these in their packed lunchbox, man. A lot of kids had these, man. They were part of crisp snack culture back in them days, weren't they, man? The Wotsit.
Yeah.
But been around since the 70s. Golden Wonder originally produced them. Now I think Walkers have taken over most crisp. Walkers run these
Walkers
now.
is,
Everything.
Yeah, no, these are very much for any overseas people. These are like a Cheeto, very similar to Cheetos, but I think I like them better than Cheetos. Softer, lighter, little bit less cheesy than a Cheeto.
the cheese ratio to the corn is good. It's a good ratio. It's not over cheesy.
No, they got the mix right. They got the mix right. With this, man. I find that a lot with UK crisps. The mix is right.
True.
Whereas American crisps, they go over with the flavour sometimes. Like,
Just
it's too much.
overpowder that shit.
It is, man.
Very overpowering.
But these you can now get giant Wotsits. You've seen them big giant Wotsits you can get.
Well, how many in a pack?
It's a big pack, but still you don't get with all crisps these days. That's the problem. You don't get nothing in them no more. I don't know where they're all going, man. It's all air.
So true.
Air and a bit of flavour. Stacks, what are you saying, man? What are you saying about the Quavers?
I like Quavers, you know. I went through the stage of just buying Quavers all the time.
Yeah.
No, I like them both. Quavers just have a little bit of crunch. I like that bit of crunch. Do you know what I
No
mean?
draws in those stats.
There's a Quavers for you then,
It's Quavers for me, man.
Leroy.
Gosh, this is going to be hard. This is very, very hard. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I'm gonna go for the Wotsits. Just.
What do you mean just? What? Okay, just. Okay.
Because the cheesy flavour.
I get it.
The cheesy flavour, man, and
You-
their finger licking good.
I remember us talking about Chris, as Chris saying, podcast ago, second podcast, and we talked about putting crisps in sandwiches.
Yeah,
as well,
that's
making
another
good
good.
terms. Are these crisps sandwich crisps?
No.
Quavers can
you
be.
can't.
No.
Quavers can be.
No.
Wotsits are not good in a
They're
crisp.
too big.
I don't think
Wotsits
you
not
could
good,
do
but
that.
Quavers crunched up, they work quite well in a sandwich for me. I don't mind a Quaver. And I think Quavers are, like you said, the ratio, the flavour, like that light crispiness to the flavour. These work perfect over Wotsits for me. I do like these. But again, over the years, these have become even lighter. They're almost transparent now. You can see through them. Like there's nothing left of them. And there's like 5 in a bag. So I just don't buy them that much more for them reasons. But I prefer the flavour of Quavers over Wotsits, and I'm still a little bit scared it'll make my hair ginger eating too many Wotsits.
Nothing wrong with being ginger, mate.
All right, you be safe, man. So any of these two Chris, can you suck?
Yeah, Quavers. Wotsits I'm not a fan of, but Quavers, you can suck a Quaver until it's nice and soft, man, definitely. And then
That's how you know about the big packet ones now. It's like, damn,
Oh, mate.
I'm in luck.
That's the big packet. I haven't seen a big packet of Quavers, man.
I had Quavers the other day.
But that's the thing. I don't remember, or was it just me, or wasn't my eyes allowed to look any higher than the lower section of crisps? But were they multi-packed when we were little?
No, I never come across a multi-pack.
No.
Not in a supermarket.
No.
Wasn't there?
What?
None in supermarket.
I remember like own brand. You used to get like a
Yeah, I remember
like a
own
Marks and
brand.
Spencer's own
But
brand.
I don't remember seeing multi-packs of
Golden Wonders or
Quavers, Wotsits.
I'm sure there was, but I think they're just expensive, and our parents
remember
were
seeing them.
buying that. But I'm sure there were multi-packs of crisps.
I've got a vision of just seeing them loose, just in a supermarket. Just
If you wanted 10 packs, you're buying 10 loose packs. There was no bag. I don't remember a bag of crisps apart from like the odd supermarket had own brand ones, but no one ever bought own brand in them days. You always went for a Golden Wonder or a brand, a KP, a Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Smith's done things.
They done the
Smith's
salt and shake maybe. multi-pack.
Yeah, because I used to
Yeah.
get them for lunch, so they would do a multi-pack.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
And Christmas, of course, Christmas time they do multi-packs, man. Come on, it was always multi-packs.
Let's move on to our next loads of crisps. So our next loads of crisps is squares against circles. Do you like them square? Do you like them circular? These are potato. We're getting into potato crisp now. Chris is laughing. He knows what's coming up. And both of these crisps had more than one flavor, so you can go around. You know, you can try that flavor, that flavor, that flavor, all in the shape of a square or in a hula hoop. So, ladies and gentlemen, the hula hoops versus the squares.
Oh, you didn't do that, did you?
We did.
These are both all right.
Hula hoops versus squares.
This is gonna be.
That's actually quite tough.
I think I don't know about you, but I think squares were more scarce than hula hoops in availability.
Yes.
You think so?
They were about not as readily available
not
as
as
a
popular,
original red packet
Not
of hula hoops.
Not as around, as hula hoops.
Hula hoops are popular.
And the thing is,
Really?
squares were never at kids' parties. I never saw squares at kids' parties.
But hula hoops were at every party.
Were at kids' parties.
They, you started off by putting them on your little fingers, like, and eating them off your fingers, and it made it a bit more fun.
Yeah,
hula hoop.
yeah. You could be Mr. T, Del Boy. It could be anyone.
Handful of rings. I don't remember any flavors till later. I only remember the red original flavor.
Yeah.
And then later on, a few flavors come out, and they all work. They all work really well as a hula hoop.
Yeah.
I'd say the squares.
You going for the squares then, Leroy?
No, I was gonna say the squares really did have. They had taste.
They had a strong flavor.
Had good flavor, strong
good
flavor.
flavour.
That's what I was gonna say.
I say it was mainly the salt and vinegars that you saw, though. I saw the salt and vinegar. It was hard to find the cheese and onion in some shops, man. It was just
No,
vinegar.
cheese and onion were there, man. They were
didn't
there. They were
see
the
them
ones I
much,
had the
man.
most.
Yeah, I didn't see them, mate.
These were invented though because kids don't hurt the roof of their mouths enough, so they invented these crisps just to fuck you up a bit and cut the hell out the top of your mouth.
Yeah.
And then if it was a salt and vinegar one, that'd be stinging eating them, but you still ate them.
Still ate them. They were good. They were good.
They were good.
Definitely.
And also, it was the battle of the small packs because
these
both
were little.
They were small
bags of crisps were small, man.
But they were packed out in our days. You got a good,
and it was expensive.
Yeah.
Those two crisps were packed out, Chris.
Yeah.
You could see through the
pack.
bag. Yeah. It wasn't a full pack. Remember the plastic packs? You could see into the crisp.
Yeah, I liked that.
Yeah,
it was then.
I like that.
All right,
man.
so what are we choosing? Is it the squares or the hula hoops then?
hula hoops for me because I
hula
still
hoops.
eat hula hoops.
For originality and one of them gateway crisps, it's hula hoops for me.
It's hula hoops. It's hula hoops for me.
Yes, that's a tough one for me.
They're good. They're good. Have you had the frozen hula hoops that you cook?
What?
No,
They're all right.
I've seen them.
I've
seen them.
Yeah, they're
I've
quite
seen them.
good.
I'm not gonna entertain that.
They're good.
Exactly.
The barbecue beef ones are good.
How big are they?
About the same, bit bigger, bit white, like thicker as well because they're more potatoey. They're more like like chips that we used to get back in the day. We used to get like fancy faces. The flavor of it reminds me of them, but with salt and vinegar powder over it. Or the beef ones are quite nice though. They're not bad.
I can't do it.
You actually saw them and bought them?
Yeah. I went out my way to go and get them. They sell them in the shop that I never shop in, and I had to go in there to find these things when I heard about them.
Wow.
Yeah, and I never shop in the shop that's named after the country. I don't normally go to that one.
Wow. So, Stacks, what are you saying? Is it squares or the?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence,
No draws here, man. We don't do draws around here.
Deactivate Stacks. Deactivate Stacks. From the podcast. How do you get rid of it?
I'll tell you why. Because Smith's a big crisp, but I still like hula.
They are big crisps. Yeah, they are.
Squares.
You mean squares?
Yes.
Yeah, but I like hula hoops as well, man. It's like
that's the whole point. We all like both crisps, but that's the point of choosing. That's the point of this
it's hard
show.
to choose, mate.
Which one you choosing?
I don't know. Can I go 50-50?
Oh,
no. You can't find a friend. I know it's tough, son.
I'm giving you 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm going hula squares.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Eject.
Squares. Yeah.
All right.
Because you all went hula hoops, I'm going squares.
All right. So you know how this game works now, Stacks. after how many episodes? You know how it works.
Yeah, but if you didn't come up with such difficult choices,
that's the whole point.
That's
You're
the
supposed
point.
to have hard choices. Why should it be easy? That's the whole point
why
of the
shouldn't
game.
it? Why shouldn't
That's the whole
it
point of a game.
This next one's easy. Don't worry. I'm sure this next one you will find easy.
Okay, are we ready, guys? Stacks, are you ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, you off the fence? Ain't got no splinters. Then,
No,
yeah?
not yet. I need to hear what you're talking about.
Ain't got no
First.
splinters. All right, so as I said at the beginning of the podcast, you know, we're not just going to go through 80s crisps. We're going to go through crisps that were around 90s and stuff. I think these two in particular.
These were early
two-
90s. Yeah, both.
Yeah, these
early
two are
90s.
more bougie crisps. Like in my household, they're more Christmas crisps.
One was, definitely.
But now kids just buy them, and it's just it's part of my packed lunch. What? Anyway, so back in my days, these were Christmas crisps. These are kind of crisps that if you eat half and think it's okay, it's not okay. Like you open them, the whole family have to see you open them, and like as a split, you share it around. You take two and then pass them around.
I think I know.
First one of these crisps, they come in a tube, they're preserved. They came out only at Christmas in my household, and they are the Pringles.
We didn't even have them at Christmas back in the day.
So
We did, but we had something different.
we'll get to that. Up against the Pringles, again, these crisps now, all the fucking kids eat these crisps. Because they're so popular, adults and kids for dipping, for, you know, when you get a video out from Blockbuster, these were in the front row. Rebels, these, and popcorn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Doritos.
I knew it. I knew you was going to do that.
Versus the Pringles.
It's funny because when both sets of crisps got introduced to us, my goodness, man, it just was amazing, man.
They were both different, man.
And ashamedly, the other night I boxed off a
Both of them.
whole tub of Pringles, ashamedly,
In one go.
in one go.
Washed them down with a packet of Doritos.
Diet Coke.
Slimer settings.
Chris, what was you going to say?
Christmas for me. I used to think we had Pringles all the time, but what we used to have from the late 70s, early 80s was a thing made by Cadbury's, and they were called Stackers, and they were identical, slightly better tasting, but they were lengthways in a tube that you slid out a tray instead of the
okay.
it's all
Yes.
tube. And they were in a red box, the blue Cadbury sign. And they're hard. Not many people remember them, man, but they were a thing. You know, every year you have the figs, the dates, the Cadbury Stackers. They were there every Christmas. But then all of a sudden Pringles come out and they just sort of replaced Stackers. They just went. I haven't seen Stackers in years, man. But
like Betamax and VHS.
exactly, that was how it was,
for
man.
real.
It was like that.
Wow.
It was like that, man.
Wow.
I like Pringles as well, man.
Pringles.
They're good.
Yeah, Pringles are good.
They're
Pringles are-
good. You know that they're made by Procter and Gamble originally, who make pharmaceutical, products, and they were developed by a chemist who tried to make a potato chip because they had so many complaints about how greasy and broken they were getting in the bag. They thought, how can we stop them breaking and use something different in the bag to preserve them in? And that's how the tube and that shape come about. And that shape is actually called a hyperbolic paraboloid. Is the name of that shape of the crisp. Crazy fact.
There's some people that talk hyperbolic sometimes, man.
Well, it's crazy that like a pharmaceutical company is making crisps, but then like SmithKline used to make Ribena and
yeah.
But
stuff as well.
but the thing is, they do break sometimes. There's sometimes we open a box, a tube, and it's just
You're
some
fuming.
cracked up
Yeah.
Pringles in there, don't you?
Like a pack of biscuits, always the first couple, innit? I hate them first couple when you open a pack of biscuits. They fall apart all over the floor.
Yeah.
It's like, someone's dropped these.
Yes, yeah. But what I like about Pringles, they are a gift, Chris, because Leroy's saying he boxed it off, and he said that very proudly because it is hard to box off. It's never ending.
Like, how could you eat all of them? Nah, man.
You think there's none in there. You think, don't look a lot. But there's
It's a
lot.
never-ending type of crisp. It just keeps going. It's satisfying. So
Once you pop,
yeah, it's literally.
Do you do like 3 or 4 at a time, Leroy, or 5, 6 at a time, or is it just one at a to
two.
It's got to be two. You need that.
when you
that
do
crispiness.
stack them and put them in, you get that extra. You get that extra crunch. I like stacking them and putting them in,
You
man.
got to
Having
stack
that extra
them and
crunch.
put 'em in.
Can't do them one at a
Definitely
time.
2 at a time without a fail.
DL, you said proudly, but it wasn't proudly. I said ashamedly.
No, but secretly, you were proud of yourself for it.
I wasn't proud when I finished them. I thought, flip it out. How could I get for a flipping tub
And then you bought another tub. And then you bought another flavour. Oh shit, it was the sour cream and chive I really wanted.
That's real bad. A whole
tube. A funny thing as well, the guy who did produce them, he worked for 4 years trying to master the shape and that. So he got it and thought, yeah, these are good, but they taste like shit. He couldn't work out how to make them taste any good. So he got sacked off the project after 4 years. They brought in the next man who made them taste good.
Wow. Well, I think there's a clear winner, but we haven't even mentioned Doritos yet.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Doritos, man. I remember when they come out as well, they had that cool original taste in the blue pack.
Yeah,
and that did taste like nothing I'd ever tasted before. And I did used to buy them for lunch. They were, okay, I'm going to get that and a can of drink or something. I had them for a while, but yeah, I'm not a great fan of tortillas as well. And these were first made in Disneyland, California. They decided to chop up a fresh tortilla, deep fry it, and come out with Doritos.
Oh,
that's where they came from. Yeah,
I think you could basically make your own anyway. Yeah. Put the tortilla in the air fryer and put it on dehydrate. That's how you make them.
Yeah, no, I'm not a great fan. If someone's got them and they got some dip, they're all right. But don't really go out my way to buy them.
Yeah, I'm not having a night in with them.
Nah. I don't like the way now that everyone in the cinema has these big things and they're crunching away on this cheesy dip with
it's horrible.
That's too noisy for the cinema, that food, man.
yeah, you need to watch the movie then.
So horrible, man.
Yeah.
You don't know crunch in the cinema.
It's horrible. They are horrible, especially when they get soggy as well.
It's a popcorn.
It's horrible.
And they're owned by Lay's crisps look like wall crisps, but they're Lay's. These are owned by Lay's own these guys as well. Frito-Lay is the company that own these.
So are we all saying Pringles?
Pringles. Yeah.
Okay, since we're all saying Pringles, what's your favorite flavor?
Barbecue, Texas barbecue.
Paprika.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh man, I'd say sour cream.
Yeah, I'll probably say all the ones you lot said. There's no flavor I don't really like.
No, they're all, even original still.
Yeah,
I like original.
Paprika.
Pringles out the way. Let's go. That was easy. That was easy one, Stacks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It's like,
Let's have more of those.
Next one's easy.
We got some. I think these are ones. I think these are suckable ones for Chris. These ones. I've got a feeling. Sucks on these. All right, let's go. Our first. Well, this again. We're back with the corn crisps, and these two flavors are the flavors that stand out. Everybody has the different flavors they like, but these two competed. So you got like the Waitrose version versus the B Jam version, the Happy Shopper version. And it's as simple as this. They're big. They're both from outer space. But which one are you going for? Are you going for the Monster Munch or are you going for the Space Raiders?
Are you going to one of them just due to the price, maybe?
Exactly, because pack of Space Raiders was 5p at one point.
Yeah, they were 5p, man.
And you buy 2 packs of Space Raiders, and I swear Monster Munch was about 15p.
Yeah.
So you could probably buy 3 packs of Space Raiders, and you still got your 1 pack of Monster Munch. But is it about quality or quantity?
Exactly that.
Stacks.
Yeah.
Who are you going for? Are you spending 15p for 3 packs or 15p for 1 quality pack?
Monster Munch was one of those things like they're just there was too much flavor in Monster Munch for me.
Pickled onion was strong.
Yeah,
there was too much flavor, and they're another one that mash up the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, they take a layer of skin off.
The pickled onion one flavor. Yeah.
Beef were good for me. I like the beef. They were, for flavor wise, they were fine for me. It was only the pickled onion. I ate them and I still like them, pickled onion, but they do mess with your mouth. The flavor.
They do, man. They're strong, man. Sorry, what was the other option?
Space Raiders.
Space Raiders. You could taste the 10p or the 5p-ness in these, couldn't you?
You could.
Leroy, which one? Space Raiders or Monster Munch? Leroy.
Okay, so I'm going on if I had £1 to spend, because £1 you can get a lot.
Yeah.
And Space Raiders, I would opt for Space Raiders.
Okay.
It was Monster Munch is 5-star ratings.
Yeah.
However, I'd go for quantity.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I'm going Space Raiders. And remember when they were 10 pence, not 15.
Yeah.
10 pence. So, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay.
If I had a pound note.
And Chris, what are you saying?
I've got to go flavor, man. I'm going Monster Munch. I did buy Space Raiders when I was in the like hunger, and I thought, no, I need 10 packs of crisps. So I've got a pound. I'm buying Space Raiders, but normally I would go for Beef Monster Munch. They were the ones for me, man. These are really originally called the Prime Monsters crisps after Prime Minister, which I didn't get that. They come out in 77 by Smiths and were called the Prime Monster crisps after the Prime Minister, and then they got renamed to Monster Munch in 78, and they were the biggest snack pennies could buy back in the day, was their tagline.
Yeah, that was their tagline. I don't remember that tagline. You know?
And they had a Monster Munch club. Wasn't one of you guys members of the Monster Munch club? No, I thought someone was a member of the Monster
Munch club. Wow, they had a club.
I remember you could save tokens off the packet, send them in, they'd send you a badge and a membership card.
I think I remember seeing that advert because they did really good adverts.
It was early 80s.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
their adverts were good.
Puppets again, weren't they? With the puppets, like big puppets and stuff.
Or people dressed up. It wasn't scary. They weren't threatening. They were just like
they were more Muppet looking. Like
they were friendly monsters. They were they were good.
Yeah, they were like the Fraggle Rock monsters.
Kind of.
Slightly freaky.
Yeah.
Because the monsters in the Muppets were scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. But these ones look friendly, man.
But there was a couple. Do you remember? Don't you remember? Yep.
Oh, I love them.
Yep. Do you remember them two?
Favorite.
They just had the big mouths, big long mouth. Yep. They just reminded me of them.
Were they joined together, or
they were always together? They weren't joined, but there was always two together.
Yeah,
they were like that loose, furry material with big mouths. Yep.
I love them.
They two were wicked. They used to remind me of Monster Munch.
But the great thing about Space Raiders, they didn't advertise, and they're still popular.
Yeah,
it's because the advertisement was how cheap they were, and if you bought them because you only bought them because you didn't have enough money, and then when you tasted them, you go, do you know what? I could get away buying these.
He's not bad. Yeah, these are all right.
Monster Munch. Yeah. They just happen through word of mouth because buying Space Raiders now, you can buy Mr. Freeze Ice Pole, you can buy a 10-piece bag of sweets, you can buy some stickers. You get value.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you had a pound note, you were balling.
They were value.
You were balling, mate.
Because Monster Munch that takes a chunk of your pocket money away. Packet Monster Munch.
Yeah, man. No. Space Raiders for me, man, all day long. Even though Monster Munch 5-star rating.
They used to have a little comic strip on the back as well of Astro and Space Pirates, if you remember.
Thank you.
Remember the little comic strip?
Thank you for reminding me, because I was going to say that as well.
Yeah. They were good for 10p and 5, like you say, 5p when they come out, 10p. They actually have been as high as 25p, and then they stopped selling. Like people weren't buying them. So they dropped them back down to, I think they're 20p now.
Remember, like there was a section of reduced kind of like selections of versions of high versions. Like so you had those crisps, and you remember those drinks that looked like mini dustbins. You just pierced the top.
Yeah.
That
jubbly.
That was it.
That jubbly size kind of
Sometimes you'd get soaked when you push the bloody straw in. Sometimes. Sometimes the straw weren't strong enough. And they annoyed me. Them
orange flavor, all these flavors. So and that was 10p, and then you could get a curly whirly, let's say, for 10p, and a packet of refreshers, say 10p. And you had that, and that's 50p spent, and it's like this is nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
I'll do this a bit later. So
I had a crisp, chocolate, and a drink.
Yeah, man. And don't forget the refreshers. Don't forget the refreshers. All the fruit
penny sweets.
All the fruit polos. They were 10p. So you go, let me get some fruit polos.
Do you remember in some shops though, when the sell by date was getting a bit iffy, they'd put them on special offer, and they wouldn't taste right. They'd be like soft or something. They'd be tasting weird.
Yeah,
we still let them.
Soft Rolos weren't nice. Gone-off Rolos weren't good. I remember I bought a pack of gone-off Rolos. They were just chalky and weird.
like a Rennie.
Look, but just say again.
Like a pack of Rennies, like some indigestion tablets.
No, for real.
They were
they go.
Dusty. Yeah, they were. Oh, they were bad. They were bad. All right, cool. So we chose. What did we all choose? I
went Monster Munch, but I think you three went Space Raiders.
Okay, Space Raiders. Yeah. Okay.
Raiders won that.
Yeah, I don't even like Space Raiders. Too tough, you know.
So you're saying Monster Munch?
Was it going to be a draw?
Let's go to the next pack of Chris.
Has he decided?
You're not going for a draw, is he?
No, he's looking like Space Raiders. So
He's
Yeah,
got
I'm not a
Monster
big fan of
Munch.
Space Raiders at all.
So it's
Monster
Monster
Munch it
Munch
is.
then.
Draw.
We ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, so our next two, the next two are really old school. When I think of these two, these are straight 80s. These are like, if I've got a bit of extra money, I go, all right, I'll buy a pack. But I'm always going to the one on the list that we're going to talk about later on. But these two are like, shall I? Anyway, let's get into it. Is it either for you? What are you going for? These could taste dodgy. These could taste off sometimes. If you on a bad day, these could taste off. Okay, let's go. Is it Discos versus Ringos? Discos or Ringos?
KP Discos versus a Golden
Like
Wonder Ringo.
when I say that bit, like the disco had like a off, the off taste that every crisp has when it's part of sold by This is like they're
something
made like
weird
that.
about discos, man.
Even the texture was a bit like that, and
It's just weird.
it's like they've been sitting for a bit.
Yeah, and like as you said, like other supermarkets do other of their versions of.
yeah.
They never did a version of
Nah,
discos, but
no
one wanted to do another version of them. But they're just horrible,
They didn't.
man.
They didn't.
Every
It's
other
like-
crisp had a knockoff version, but not discos.
Not discos. Nah.
Horrible
It's
crisps,
true.
man.
And these days, these two are always found in the multi-pack section for £1. These are like the cheapest multi-pack crisps you can get these days.
Yeah.
But they weren't back in them days. Discos were expensive. They were a mid-range crisp.
They were a popular crisp. These go with Tango. Remember when Tango had pineapple and orange flavor? I just think of this when I see orange pineapple Tango.
Discos could have too much flavoring on them sometimes. They could be really strong. So, and I think, again, there wasn't many in the pack, and they were a bit overpowerful strength-wise, taste-wise. Weren't a massive fan.
Leroy, you're very quiet. Do you like both? What's your?
Yeah, I'm hearing this. The three of you coming like Larry, Curly, and Mo on these crisps, disrespecting these crisps. I'm gonna have to bark at you like Windsor Davis on
Lovely boy.
Half hot, mum. Silence, because you're dissing and disrespecting the disco. I'm sorry, no.
But over the
It
Ringo,
can't be happening.
it's against the Ringo. The Ringos were okay.
This disco is still going strong now. When you go to shop,
in your world, they're going.
It's in that pound range, though, isn't it?
They're not discoing. The
listen,
party's done.
No,
the party's
you're
done. The party's done.
disrespecting.
The party is done.
The disrespect for discos. No, you lot are trying it. My goodness.
Okay, so we've got a clear winner in Leroy's eyes. Who's better than discos?
Yeah,
or
it
Ringos,
is.
And up against the Ringo all day long, man. Okay. Nah. I'm sorry.
Ringos were good because they weren't just, everyone thinks they're onion rings. These were cheese and onion rings. So they had a nice flavor to them, man. And they weren't strong. They were quite mild.
Nah, man. I thought they were potent.
They had that sort of budget crunch like a Space Raider.
Budget crunch. Yeah, the budget crunch. I like that. Budget crunch.
And big up Golden Wonder because I'm a Golden Wonder fan. I've got to go Ringos, man.
Budget crunch.
They had the budget crunch in it, like the Space Raider. They had the budget crunch.
I'm going Ringos too.
I like the Ringo. In a sandwich, they were nice.
Yeah.
Man, they were lame.
No, they weren't. Compared to the disco.
Discos all day long.
Discos were off.
All
They were
day
off,
long.
They did taste odd. I don't even know what's a disco made out of. Is it potato? Is it a
It's the bits
starch?
no one wanted.
No
It's
one
the bits-
knows.
It's the bits that all the
Whatever it
crisp
is,
companies
ain't
didn't
on.
want, and they donated it to this company, and
They
it's
sent
back
it
of
to
a lorry.
KP.
When you're a kid, no one cares. When you're a kid, no one cares. Isn't it?
I like the
and I did
potato
buy it.
taste. Yeah, I like to taste the
Yeah, but
potato.
you were
in it.
bougie.
I cared.
You were brown
I
bread bougie.
cared. No, they were horrible.
No, you were brown bread bougie. So yeah, you would care, wouldn't you?
Look,
I want brown bread. Cut off all the crush.
they're horrible. They're horrible.
They weren't great. Okay,
Brown
Ringos.
bread, cucumber, and cheese, mate. Get it right, yeah.
I'm calling you bougie DL from now
You
on.
could decide this, Dax. What you saying?
Discos or Ringo? I think I'm going discos, man.
Oh, it's a draw.
Oh, the horrible Chris.
Oh.
Okay,
Exactly, and it's a
They're
Desmond.
both horrible. The worst thing, I don't like either of them.
but
I'm
if
not
you
a
had
big
to
fan of
choose,
either of them.
if you had to choose,
I go discos.
fair enough.
I don't know
fair
why.
enough.
Ringos
You know what?
are dead.
Hey, trust me,
I get
it ain't like a. I'm pleased to choose disco.
Yeah, no, I get it. Because I wouldn't buy either of these crisps now.
No,
wouldn't buy them at all.
I wouldn't buy
No, there's
one.
no chance I'm buying these two crisps.
No,
it's not
no,
happening.
not
It's not
happening.
happening. But
These next two, though,
But the next two are
battle of the
interesting.
KP snacks. These two.
Yeah, and I know Chris sucks on these. Okay, so our next two, these next two 80s crisps again in some shops rarely. These are the crisps. These are like Indiana Jones mission type of these types of crisps around our area anyway. So let's get into them. It's the knickknacks.
Oh God, not these again.
Versus
Knickknacks.
the wonderful, healthy Jello mind trick. Jello mind trick made you think that he ate healthy crisps with my brown bread sandwiches. It's the Wheat Crunchies.
Wheat
Knickknacks.
Crunchies. The healthy
crisp,
crisp.
Knickknacks versus Wheat
Crunchies.
Crunchies.
Man, knickknacks.
Can I go
Scampi and
first?
lemon, man. Ooh.
Stacks. Yes, you go first because you're going to give
Wheat
a great
Crunchies.
answer. All right, Chris.
End.
Wheat Crunchies.
Full stop. Oh,
That's it. That's all I got to say. Wheat Crunchies. End of.
Chris, what are you going for? Knickknacks or Wheat Crunchies? So many flavors to choose from.
See, for me, there's only one flavor in both of these that I like. I don't touch the other flavors. Knickknacks, scampi, and lemon, man. That is the flavor, man. And I'm not a fan of fishy things, man. Like you got to wash that shit. But this, scampi and fries flavor knickknacks. They were when I first tried. They taste sensation, man. Great texture, great shape. Unusual shape. They felt good in your mouth. Like they reminded me of Captain Caveman's Club. I always used to think these are like mini Captain Caveman clubs.
Definitely.
But man, knickknacks were good. And with Wheat Crunchies, I only liked the bacon flavor. That was, and they did feel like you were eating like a health food shop crisp. It felt like it's not like deep fried potatoes. They were nice, man. They were nice.
The
so
spicy
I
tomato was nice as well, man.
I know. I didn't really get into
nice.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of tomato crisps.
See what? Worcester sauce was nice.
Yes.
Again, that
Worcester sauce was big.
Yeah,
They
I
were
wasn't
nice.
a fan of them sort of ones, man.
They
But the
were nice.
wheatiness and the smokiness of the bacon, them two flavors were really
nice.
good, man. They were good for
were
sucking.
And they were another packet, both of them, that were full.
Yeah,
I remember them being full.
You got a
Like,
full pack.
There was
yeah.
small but full, yeah.
You could blow across the top of the tube of the Wheat Crunchy and play a little tune out of them as well.
Yeah, make an album.
Like some pan pipe, some Amazon
That's
forest
what I
pan
mean.
pipe.
Make an album, win a Grammy.
Them.
So, Wheat Crunchies stacks, Chris Wheat Crunchies.
Knickknacks, no, knickknacks for me, man.
Oh, knickknacks, okay.
Scampi and lemon, yeah.
All right, yeah, I hear that.
I'd say back then, I'd go for Wheat Crunchies because I used to like buying the Dandy and the Beano and eating my Wheat Crunchies.
That's an expensive day.
Reading them.
Yeah.
It
is.
You had £3.
Yeah, you got paid that day, man.
mate.
If you buy if you buy those three items there.
Yeah, all the time, man.
£1.50
All the
at
time.
least.
I always used to buy my Dandy and Beano and my Wheat Crunchies, man.
All right. So there's only one winner for you then. So
Yeah. Sorry, knickknacks.
Stacks is Wheat Crunchies.
So apart from Chris, we're all saying.
all going Wheat Crunchies.
All right. So as Chris was saying, his favorite Wheat Crunchies were the smoky bacon. That nicely leads us into the next packets of crisp. These ones you can just melt in your mouth.
The OG of crispy bacons we're going to now.
Crispy bacon OG melt in
think
your
I
mouth.
know.
Along
The
with.
original. Still the best.
I know.
Do you want to put something porky in your mouth or something fishy in your mouth? So it's the frazzle versus the skip.
Surf and turf.
Which is melting in your mouth first.
I forgot about skips,
Ooh, you
Skips are
didn't,
major.
Darren.
Ooh.
It's the frazzles versus the skips.
Skips are
Skips.
major.
But Frazzles are the blueprint for a bacon crisp. They were the pole sitters, man. They were, Frazzles were good back in the day, man.
Frazzles are pretty.
But not no more. They've changed. The streaky stripes, they faded like an 80s boy racer's escort. The texture's like cardboard. They're more saltier than a sperm bank test tube. Man, these are not as good as what they used to be.
Puns from, man.
I ain't
What
tried
are
them
good?
for time.
Unedible, man. And you get 5 in the
I haven't
bag.
tried them for time. Yeah,
Man.
I can imagine.
And I loved Frazzles, man. They were, you could eat 3 or 4 packs of them easily back in the day.
So over the skips back in the day, it's frazzles.
Yeah, I think it is. But skips came on later. They had that, again, nice sort of mellow prawn cocktail. They weren't strong. They were launched in the year I was born, which is good, 74. And for me, they were the first melting crisp on your tongue that I think they were like magic when I first ate one of them. I was like, wow, where'd it go? Like, fucking it disappeared. Didn't even crunch it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
They were good. They're a bit like a Chinese prawn cracker, but smaller and a little bit different.
Yeah,
but that sort of,
but dipped in tomato ketchup. It's like a prawn cracker.
yeah, some rosemary sauce or something.
That little flavour. But frazzles were good. They were both good, Chris.
Both of these are in my top 5 crisps fillers
Ever?
for sandwiches. No, for sandwich filler crisps. These two both work wicked.
So what we saying, Leroy?
Oh, it's hard,
I'm
man.
going Skips all day long, man. Skips was popular.
They didn't last long though. You could eat Skips really quickly though. That's the thing. They went so quick.
You
Good.
can,
They did
especially
go
if you
quick.
double up on them.
Yeah, if
They
you double
did
up
go
on them.
quick.
But Frazzles as well, though, was a small pack, you know?
No, both of them do go quick. They're the kind of crisps where you just continue.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
done. And you go, oh, shit.
Yeah.
They're Moorish.
Can I afford
Yeah.
another pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
It was those types of crisps. Stacks.
Skips.
Chris?
Skips are the
Frazzles,
ones.
mate. That's my intro to bacon crisps are, I think, Frazzles for me.
Wow. Yeah.
Frazzles was nice, though.
I'm gonna go Frazzles, but Skips were good.
That's all right. That's a draw. That's all right. They deserve a draw, them two.
You look like a Skips man.
No, I do like them both, but I do
Yeah.
remember myself buying Frazzles. more.
Frazzles a lot. Yeah, definitely.
I do remember myself buying Frazzles.
Definitely.
I went through a phase of just skips and nothing else. Like,
But they're both good crisps. They're both, I won't
Both
deny.
good snacks, man.
Like, if someone offered me, do you want? I wouldn't mind which one. Like,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. Do you know what I mean? But
I'll take whatever's left.
yeah,
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
but Frazzles just edge it. All right, cool. Let's get into the stick kind of crisp. One's corn and they're both kind of corny, aren't they?
Yeah.
One's more potato, one's corny. Well, anyway, okay, let's get into them. The first one, they were king of the other stores, the rip-off versions. And Marks and
Yeah.
Spencer's done a really good version of these.
Yeah.
They were thicker, they were bigger, they were chunkier,
Bigger pack, more in them.
and they are the chipsticks.
Chipsticks, Smith's chipsticks, in the little blue and white bag, wasn't it? The little one.
Smith's chipstick were amazing, but
Yeah.
the Marks and Spencer version, remember them in the 80s?
They were good.
Big bag.
Yeah,
They were
big
good,
bag,
man.
giant
Anyway,
bag of
up against the chipsticks are, hey, it's the French fries
Walker's French
chipsticks.
fries.
versus Walker's French fries. Now, if you don't remember French fries, they were like sticks, just literally salted sticks, salt and vinegar
Yeah.
sticks, just sticks,
Yeah.
not corn like the chipsticks, but more potatoey.
They had a little unique flavour to them, though.
They
Them,
had
them
like a coating,
French
like
fries. Yeah, like
yeah.
a coating on it or
like
something.
a
Yeah.
smooth
Yeah.
coating over them.
You could never fit a handful of them in your mouth because they're all sort of. If
Yeah,
you pulled a handful out, you couldn't. You had to do sort
They
of one
were-
or two in it. They were so
Yeah.
awkward to eat, man. Sometimes.
yeah.
Mm. Do you remember potato sticks?
Potatoes.
Again, they weren't a brand, but
Potatoes.
everyone sold them. They looked like matches, tiny,
Yes.
like just chippings of potatoes. I love
Yes.
them, man.
nah,
Just like look like a big bag of matchsticks.
So, out of the chipsticks and the French fries, which one would you prefer?
I gotta go chipsticks just for originality, and they were at every kid's party, like our hula hoops were. Gateway crisp.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
chipsticks.
chipsticks.
I'm gonna go French fries. Even
I
though
can
I
see
don't
a-
like them, I'm going French fries.
I can see a drum roll for Leroy. He's like he's sitting in court.
How
Wait,
can I choose?
Your Honor. Leroy, what have you got to say?
Leroy's not happy at all.
I know.
Well, tonight, Matthew.
He wants a packet.
Nah, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Cyril Sneer from the Raccoons because both crisps were disgusting.
Oh no.
Oh my
I wouldn't say
God.
disgusted,
They
but
weren't
they weren't great. But I would say
that's
disgusting.
that's going a
The
bit too far.
chipsticks were too overpowering with salt and vinegar. French fries were never satisfying. Both of them
Nah.
get a no from me.
Ooh,
Okay.
Disgusting crisp.
But if you had
Yeah,
to
they're
choose
not
one,
great.
what are you
gotta
choosing?
choose one.
French fries.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Chipsticks were horrible.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Nah.
fair
I still
enough.
quite like a chipstick. They are strong flavored, but I still quite like them.
Both of them, my goodness, man. Nah.
Nah, chipsticks are good, man.
That was another one you'd get your fingers covered in it, wouldn't it? After you've eaten a
Yeah,
chipstick, it'd be
yeah.
covered in
It's
the
a corn on
chipstick
your
crumbs. Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I like that.
That's
I
a
like
draw
that.
for
I like
chipsticks.
chipsticks. All right.
Can
Okay.
can I
go on.
ask you guys, the panel, what do you make of salt and vinegar crisp? Like any what do you make of salt and vinegar flavor?
Okay. Stop there. Because in our next two crisps, we can get into, and our next four crisps, we can get into that discussion. All right.
Okay.
And it will make sense.
Okay.
So, our next crisp, these come into my life, and probably for you guys, probably to listeners out there as well, they come in a bit later. This ain't 80s. Like the first packet we're going to talk about is definitely 90s, definitely like 89 at least. And the latter packet is definitely 90s onwards, in my world anyway. Anyway, let's get into it. So we have got the rigid, rugged crisps. When they come out as a new thing, they were chunkier. They were the Whopper of crisps. They were the real McCoys.
Man's crisp.
Brunch, lovely. They had
my day.
sweet chili flavor, a sweet chai chili. Anyways, all these wonderful flavors. Up against, as I said, we're going to go a bit further in time with these crisps because these are the crisps of today. And as Leroy mentioned, the salt and vinegar. For me,
bougie.
These are the bougie best salt and vinegar crisps I've tasted.
Balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar, by the way. Let's see if you guys agree. And that is the kettle chips. The kettle chips versus the real McCoys.
Bougie DL.
So you'll be surprised. McCoy's got launched in the UK in '85. And their slogan was the real McCoy, except no imitations. And they were one of the only crisps that were actually promoted as the man's crisp for men to eat, like how Yorkie was, back in the day. It was
packet of McCoys and a Yorkie.
Yeah, these were proper men's food, man.
And a Plowman's.
And a Plowman's. I remember when these come out, and I can only remember two flavors. And it was the plain, which I really like because they had a strong, nice potato flavor, and there was a cheese and onion, and it tasted like no other cheese and onion that I'd ever tasted.
Good with a sandwich.
They were good. They went
those
good.
Definitely going in the bread.
And then later on came the sizzling prawn, which I quite like. But I think that was in the 90s that came along.
But it was for me, it was the chili flavor, man. The chili.
Oh, the chili flavor is spectacular,
Oh, they were so
actually
good.
spectacular. I love that flavor.
I used to eat them with a Yorkie, with a biscuit and raisin Yorkie. And do you remember when Ribena brought forest fruit flavor?
Yeah. That was nice.
That was my 90s snack combination.
I think mine was a Lucozade and McCoy's and a Drifter or something like that. I always remember Lucozade, McCoy's, and then whatever chocolate come with it. That was like the original meal deal for me. Years before the meal deals come out.
Yeah. Anyway.
But kettle chips, like I say, kettle chips, they were like the adults chip back in our day, man. These have been about, been about for a while. They come out in 82, but not really until 88 did they really blow up. And this was an American guy on holiday in the UK, cycling around Norfolk somewhere, decided I'm going to buy some potatoes and start a crisp company, and he opened it in Norfolk.
Wow.
But for me, when I was a kid, I wasn't a fan, but I've grown to be a fan of them.
I didn't even know they existed as a kid.
They are like the hand cooked chip.
Yeah. So what we're saying, is it McCoy's or kettle chips?
Difficult. Kettle chips are really nice,
Me, it's McCoy's all day long.
All day long. It's that easy.
That salt and vinegar and balsamic is really nice, man.
They're the best salt and vinegar ever.
Sweet chili.
I'm going back to when I was a kid.
Yeah, back in the day, it would have been McCoy's. It would have been McCoy's.
Because if you're going to buy today, I'm going kettle crisp. As an adult, but back then, McCoy's all day long.
McCoy's all day. Yeah, I got to give it to McCoy's for that.
Okay.
Along with my Avengers comic. Yeah, man.
Okay. I'm going kettle chips.
No, Darren. Hold on, wait. You're bougie DL. So you go with kettle crisp. Yeah.
I'm going, but look, I love McCoy's. I said cheese and onion were great. Even already salted was great. Like they had their flat. They were good crisps.
Flavor was good on
but
them.
now they're the most airy crisps that I've had from the past. There's nothing in a packet of McCoy's now.
They're still one of the top selling crisps in the UK as well. They're in the top 5 still today selling crisps.
They're popular with multi-packs.
It's funny because I got them in my cupboard.
Yeah, and they're airy, aren't they? They're airy. There's not a lot of crisps.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, you'd get a lot, but not the same, man. It's not the same. All right, so is it 2-2s? Is it Desmond for that? 2 of us, kettle, 2 of us.
Yeah.
All right. So now,
it's a draw.
Now is the ultimate. Now is like.
We're on to the last 2.
Now is infinity.
Optimus
now is
Prime and Megatron.
Yeah, we're going everywhere now because this ain't just one flavor. This is battle of the brands. This is like old and new. This answers your question about the salt and vinegar for you because I've always said kettle chips are the best salt and vinegar, but these two I can tell you the best salt and vinegar is, and it's the ultimate 80s versus 90s takeover. So it's Golden Wonder versus Walkers.
Oh,
easy for me, man.
Play that again.
Golden Wonder, any flavors versus Walker, any flavors. So like the normal crisp now, we're just talking normal potato chips. Which was the better? I've got the range of Golden Wonder. Again, I think this was probably one of the first salt and vinegar, that style crisps that I'd ever tasted. And we got used to the color of the packet. You know, Walker's fucked us about, changed it to green, messed us all up. I like the blue packet.
Right,
I like the dark blue packet being the ready salted.
Exactly.
I like the light green being the spring onion. And,
Yeah,
you know,
come
they had it perfect, man. You could see your crisps in them.
Light pink prawn cocktail.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like a light brown sausage and tomato. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What's this a sauce?
Come on.
What's the sauce?
Golden Wonder, they were good.
I think it's Golden Wonder. It has to be.
Golden Wonder prawn cocktail.
No bias. It's got to be Golden Wonder. They just had more variety for me. And the flavor.
Good.
You know what though? When Walker's
Yeah,
brought
go on.
out the barbecue chicken, that was special. Black packet.
I liked Golden Wonder's
Yeah.
roast chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't
You're
last
right.
long, but that black packet one was that was up there. That's right up there.
It was.
There's me saying Golden Wonder.
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but you can't find Golden
Yeah,
Wonder.
you can't find them anywhere.
They're hard
But
to
yeah,
find
Golden
now,
Wonder
yeah.
prawn cocktails for me, mate. Straight
Yeah.
up.
Chris, what packet were you saying?
The roast chicken, Golden Wonder roast chicken.
Yeah.
That one was good.
All right, so are we all in agreement of Golden Wonder then?
Yeah, man. They were the
Golden
originals, man. Originals.
Golden Wonder. What a wonder.
I don't like that they're not running the market no more, if you know what I mean. It doesn't seem...
Yeah. I know. It's just a takeover, man. It's
Yeah,
a
and they,
shame.
you know, they used to do a pot noodle. They lost that. They don't make that anymore.
Yeah,
Somebody
for real,
bought that
they
off
did,
them.
Yeah.
They really Transformer snack. Remember Golden Wonder
Yeah.
Transformer snack?
Golden Wonder. But it's again, but you can find multi-packs in pound
Yeah.
shops and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's not taste the same. It's just not the same
No.
nostalgic crunch.
Yeah.
But are we disrespecting Walkers because Walkers are coming with fresher crisp?
They ain't
With
bad,
With fresher
but-
crisp because they've got the foil packets. Are we disrespecting them?
No, we're just saying what's better. We're just saying what's better.
They changed the color. They shouldn't have fucked about with the colors. That's what upset me with Walkers, man.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. They didn't. They come in like a new boss, just changing the whole
Yeah.
fucking atmosphere. It's like
No, but that's
Stick with the
that's what
colours.
I'm saying because Walkers, in terms of flavors, they they've got their sensations. You know, they've got the
Yeah.
barbecue flavor.
Thai chili one.
They've
yeah.
got some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
they've
got
got
slight
some.
flavors. They got slight flavors.
yeah. But that's their offshoot things. We're talking about the
Yeah.
plain,
the
play-
originals.
the original packet crisps. Not talking
the
about their
Lay's.
offshoot crisps.
Yeah.
And like Golden Wonder will always be the ones. Like, look, I do like Walkers. I do like Walkers, but it didn't need to change.
Nah.
I would have been happy still eating Golden Wonders now. And
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
The way
It
the
just-
market is, you're sort of pushed into buying Walkers. You got no other choice really half the time if you just want a plain
Yeah, that's
chip
the
or
only.
potato
Yeah,
crisp.
but it's either them or the shop's own brand ones.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
do taste
You're-
the difference.
You're gonna go with
Yeah,
Walkers, yeah.
So you're gonna go with Walkers
Yeah.
most of the time.
It's a shame, man.
All right, well, that wraps up the podcast. I'm getting hungry. I want to bite into this donut. I've got a tea in the background as well. So
I need to go to bed. I got to be up early.
let's all say peace out, and we'll speak to you guys very soon. I hope you liked our nostalgic ride back into the land that we love called the 80s. I'm Mr. Lucas.
You're feeling hungry now. I'm Chris.
Did it. I'm Stacks, aka Oscar TG.
And I'm the Last Dragon. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to a wonderful podcast. And what we'd like to say to the 1980s is thank you for the days. Those endless days, those sacred days you gave me.
We're gonna have to do something about the singing.
Bye now.
Till next time. Peace.
Peace.